All right, you guys doing okay tonight? Would you like to see the very first magic trick I ever tried to do? Both of you? Someone said no. Please keep in mind I was only, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old. I saw a magician on television, and he walked out on stage and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make this handkerchief disappear." And he put the handkerchief into his hand, into his fist, and once it was all inside, he simply counted 1, 2, 3, and when he opened his hand, of course, the handkerchief had disappeared. Then, apparently I was more impressed than that, but anyway, then he reached up in the air, and out of the thin air, he once again pulled the handkerchief right out to a thunderous round of applause. Exactly. There you go. Now, when I saw that trick, I thought that was pretty cool. I wondered how a magician could do a trick like that. So I started thinking about ways that I would do the trick. And I thought, you know, instead of just one handkerchief, I was going to try to make 2 handkerchiefs disappear. I thought that would be twice as good. So that evening, I walked into the living room at home. My mother and father were sitting there, and I said, "Hey, Mom, Dad, watch this. I'm going to make these 2 handkerchiefs disappear." And they didn't believe me. So I said, "Okay, first I'll start with this one." And I rolled it up into a tiny little ball. Then I held it up in the air, and I counted 1, 2, 3, and just like that, the handkerchief had vanished. I know you're amazed, but it gets better. I said, "Now I'm going to make this one disappear." So I rolled it up into a tiny little ball, and once again I held it up in the air, heard some feedback, and I said 1, 2, 3, and just like that, the second one also vanished into thin air. What are you looking at? Why'd you have to sit so close? You were back there, at least fine. You come in here and you start heckling me. What is your name?
Sarah.
Sarah? How old are you, Sarah? 9. See, when I was your age, I was 8. But I was born really young. I was just a baby. Anyway, as you can see, because Sarah so pointedly pointed it out, things did not work out very well that first time I attempted the magic trick, but I did learn a very important lesson. Always practice my tricks. See, now I'm a real magician, so I don't mess around with silly tricks like this anymore. So let me just put this away and move on to something else.